Hi guys, welcome to week 2 of class. I hope and trust that the content during week 1 was both interesting and informative. It will definitely lay some context as to where we are going and where we are moving. Of course, the Civil War and Reconstruction are one of the more climactic moments in American history, and so I wanted to ensure that you had a sense of that period before we moved on into the latter part of the 19th and into the 20th century. So this week we are going to be looking at immigration, and historically speaking, historians have defined this period of history as the wave of new immigrants, quote unquote new immigrants, as opposed to the quote unquote old immigrants of the early 19th century. I'll be spending some time in the lecture this week talking about the differences between these two groups of people, but essentially what you have is old immigrants would have been those from northwestern Europe, such as the Germans, the English, and the Irish. The largest wave of immigrants during the early 19th century would have been the Irish, and we'll be talking a bit about their experiences. By contrast, following the Civil War, thanks in many respects to increased urbanization, increased industrialization, and the need for labor, you're going to see a wave of quote-unquote new immigrants. And these would be individuals from Southeast Europe, as well as other parts of the world, including Japan. And so here you're going to find Jews and Arab, Italians, among others. And so we're going to be taking a look at their experiences this week and assessing some of their personal experiences. We'll take a look at the experiences of the Irish, the Jews, and the Chinese. We'll also be taking a look at something called the nativist response by many white Americans against the increased number of immigrants who came into the United States during this time. So this week, that's what we're going to be focusing on, is immigration. And of course, this is very relevant to us today because we still deal with concerns over immigration that people have, and people straddle the fence and are on opposite sides of that fence. And so hopefully this week will be informative historically, but perhaps it will also provide for you an idea about how to better understand the situation that we find ourselves in today. And of course, it can inform your opinions on that. So aside from that, this week you also have your discussion board, so make sure that you get your answer in on that on time. And then the only other thing that I would have you begin to think about is the assignment that's due during week 8, which is your first PowerPoint presentation. Just be contemplating the type of topic that you'd like to be doing. And if you have any questions or concerns about that, please feel free to contact me, and I will do my best to get back to you. So that's what I have for you this week. So if there's nothing else, I will bid you to go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you, and may the odds forever be in your favor. All right, guys, be blessed.